Hi, this is Jeff from Evans Tuning. In this video, I'm going to talk about Cobb Access Port for tuning your Subaru. In my opinion as a tuner, the Access Port is the way to go for tuning your Subaru. There's many reasons for this. The Access Port is can be thought of as, it's a tool. So it allows you to take data logs, upload maps, clear check engine lights, make small adjustments to the tune for idle speed, rev limiter, two-step, if you wanted to change your two-step level, or flat foot shifting. Some of the cool features that Cobb has added in, it allows you to actually not break a laptop out, but you can just go in the controller, you can make changes. Some other cool things that the controller can do is it has up to 6 live monitors from the ECU. So you can watch things like, boost pressure, knock learn with the ECU, the DAM, or Dynamic Advanced Multiplier, which tells you how the ECU is communicating with the knock control that's going on, in real time. So there's a lot of real-time critical aspects that you can see, right on the handheld, and that would replace gauges, or even better than having aftermarket gauges in your car. So it's a very versatile tool that allows you to do many things without having to purchase or get a laptop, or buying a scan tool if you have a code to check and reset your codes. So if you're going to have your car professionally tuned, you're going to go to a pro tuner that has the pro tuning software. There is a end user adjustable software if you're looking to purchase the Access Port and potentially tune it yourself, called Access Tuner Race. So it allows you to, as the end user, make basically any of the adjustments as a pro tuner would, but it's a single licensed software to your Access Port unit. So you couldn't go and tune your friend's car. You'd have to obtain another license from Cobb. They are free of charge, to my knowledge, for Subarus at this point in time. That may change down the future. Some of the really cool features that the Access Port Cobb has added for Subarus is speed density tuning. So speed density tuning allows you to take your MAF sensor. You can either remove it or you can keep it, but it looks at the MAP sensor, which is the pressure vacuum sensor. This allows you to make far more power than what the factory mass airflow sensor can read, and it allows for vent to atmosphere blow-off valves to be used, so that you don't have to worry about stalling or running rich conditions or things like that. They have also added some new features in the last few months for the 2008 newer ECU generation. They've added, there's a speed density, of course. There's flex fuel control. So you can put a flex fuel sensor. Cobb has plug and play kits for all of this that allow you to run anywhere from 93 octane pump gas, which is usually E8 or E10%, and you can run all the way up to, let's say, if you could find E100 or 100% ethanol. The ECU will real-time compensate for fuel, ignition timing, and boost based on the amount of ethanol in your fuel system, which is a really cool feature. So it allows you to run, the car on, say, E85, and you're driving and you can't find a pump, but you can fill up with 93. So now your ratio might be, 20% ethanol in the system. The car will still run the exact same way. It'll have less power, less boost, but it'll allow you to pretty much take your car anywhere. If you can find E85 at the pump, you're back up to wherever your power level was when you're tuned with it. Some other cool features they have is you can add in extra sensors. So if you wanted to monitor oil pressure or coolant pressure, you could wire these sensors in with their supplied harness, and it'll allow you to actually display those on the Access Port. So you wouldn't have to buy an oil pressure gauge or another kind of gauge, or you can even tie a wideband into the harness, and you could display wideband air fuel through the Access Port. They have a few other options. They have a fuel pressure differential control. So you add a fuel pressure sensor, which Cobb has, again, a plug and play kit, and it looks at the differences in fuel pressure, and you can it'll manipulate the injector output to basically always give you the exact same fuel delivery even under dropping fuel pressure, or fuel pressure rises, or differences in fuel pressure. The car will run rock solid with the injector output. Your air-fuel ratio will always be the same. So Cobb has actually implemented a lot of really cool new features that you would have to source a standalone computer like like a Motec or an AEM or something like that. They've taken the OEM ECU and given you kind of the highlights of from a standalone unit. So now you're able to do a lot of really cool stuff with the factory computer, and not have to go to a standalone. And this is again for the 2008 newer generation ECU. So if you're pre 2008, unfortunately a lot of the cool features aren't available, but speed density is. So that's still a big factor. In supporting a high power, build that you might have for your Subaru. So here we have the Cobb Access Port. I'm going to do a little bit of unboxing so you can kind of see how it comes from Cobb and what you're expecting to get when you open it up. We have documentation from Cobb here, a little note. We have the case for the access port, which you can store the access port in if you choose to. There's some Cobb stickers here. There is a quick start guide if you're not familiar with the access port. Here is the actual access port unit itself. They have a alternate shroud cover here that's blue if you don't like the silver. They also have the mounting bracket that you can mount the Cobb right on your dash to watch the live gauges, or if you want to just keep it in your car to change tunes or whatever. In this box, we have the other piece for the mounting bracket for your dash. We have the programming cable that allows you to plug into the access port on the side here, and then the other end would plug into your PC or your laptop if you wanted to transfer data log, transfer tune from your PC to your access port. And then finally, we have the programming cable for the access port. So this end is the OBD2 end. This is going to plug into your car. This end is the end for the access port. You simply click it in. And once it's both connected to your car and you power on the car, your access port will illuminate. It'll give you an intuitive guide using these buttons here. You'll be able to navigate the access port, and you'll be able to select if you want to monitor gauges, if you want to erase codes, if you want to transfer tune, or whatever you want to do. This is the tool that allows you to do it. So once you're done with it, you can simply unplug it, put it back in its case, put it in your house, put it in your glove box, or whatever you choose to do, or leave it in your car. But the access port is an awesome, versatile tool that allows you to do many functions, and it's my favorite choice for tuning many platforms. So if you have any questions about any of the new features for that Cobb has added to the software, if you have any specific tuning questions or concerns with an access port, or with the software, what it can or can't do, or what you can expect from an access port if you're on something like open source or another kind of tuning device for your Subaru, I'd be more than happy to discuss that. Or we can, schedule you for a tune to get your access port, tuned here with your Subaru. We can handle whatever you need.